Okay, I know I won't stop talking about the Mars retrograde, but look at Kendrick Lamar's chart right now. So, Kendrick Lamar, we do have a good birth time for him, and you can see right here he has a very good, very tight Mars Mercury conjunction in Cancer. And Mars, again, is our planet of war, aggression, violence, sort of the archetype of the warrior, very much splitting, severing, aggressive energy. And Mercury is our planet of communication, amongst other things, but that's sort of the main thing that people talk about with Mercury. So when you have Mars and Mercury conjunction, this could be somebody who could talk really fast, could be sort of verbally aggressive, could have that kind of ability to really just tear somebody apart with their words. All of those kind of warrior energy, but in a communicative way. So, this wasn't really something that Kendrick had super duper tapped into to this level prior to this point. But look at this too. So right here, he has the lot of fortune right in between that Mars Mercury conjunction. So this is a great illustration of what the lot of fortune does. This is sort of, it can be a difficult concept to really understand, but essentially the law of fortune indicates where external fortune can lie for you in a way. So, like things will sort of come together, you'll experience better luck, or what will unlock fortunate events for you can sometimes be located right here. So as soon as he really, really tapped into that Mars Mercury conjunction energy, it was over. He literally won Grammys. He's at the Super Bowl. Like this has got to be the peak of his career, right? So that is like so good for understanding what the law of fortune does. And it's just so clear that this is happening for him. But that's not all. That's not all. Okay, so this is the transit chart for the night of the Super Bowl, right? So right here, Mars retrograde, exactly 0 degrees applying, 0 degrees in the exact same spot as his natal Mars, and applying, meaning it was actually like 0.2 degrees or something. Applying is the more intense aspect. Separating is sort of like we passed the peak. Applying is like we are still ramping up to whatever's about to happen. So 0 degrees applying and retrograde. And not only retrograde, but stationing, which means Mars has been, he was moving forward and then he started moving backwards, and now he's stationing, about to turn around one last time before he just keeps going forward, and we're over with everything that's been happening with the Mars retrograde. So stationing, like think skid marks in the sky, like we were grinding to a painful halt and then turning around and moving forward, which hasn't happened yet, but stationing on this natal Mercury-Mars law of fortune conjunction that he has on the night of the Super Bowl, when he absolutely destroyed, ended the game for Drake. Like this is so epic. And a lot of times too, this is happening in the 10th house. This is in the 10th house of career, public reputation, notoriety, how you're known in the world. So this is like peak of his career, a Mars return, a Mars station in the 10th house in Cancer, the night of the Super Bowl. So things to consider with Cancer as well. This whole thing got activated for Kendrick, right? Because Drake went for his family, and Kendrick was like, don't come for my family. And Drake did. And then it was over. It was over for Drake at that point. He should have never done that. And that's because of this Cancer energy. Cancer is the mother. Cancer is the home, the family, the moon. So, Mars and Cancer people, Mars normally is not very happy in Cancer. Like Mars wants to be aggressive and violent and like get out there, and Cancer wants to just be cozy and nurture and moon-like and take care of people, be in our feelings. So sometimes when we have a Mars in Cancer person, this can be someone who's like aggressive, violent, like warrior energy comes out for the family. This is the mama warrior. This is the mama bear. Like, do not mess with my kids. Don't mess with my family. That is when I am going to come for you. And that is what just happened to Kendrick. So I was just like, this is just so perfect for a demonstration of what a Mars-Mercury conjunction in Cancer will look like. Somebody who will verbally destroy you when you come for their family. So all of this is happening with the Mars retrograde stationing there. And then that's not all. One more point about this transit. So the moon is also right there. The moon is also conjunct Mars in the sky during the Super Bowl. So the moon, like I said, rules Cancer. So Cancer is sort of a version, a manifestation of the moon. So essentially when the moon is in Cancer, that's going to basically give Cancer that supercharged energy. The moon is like the queen. The queen is in her kingdom because she rules Cancer. So when the moon is in Cancer with Mars there, it's basically just giving Mars extra support. Like the queen is here to charge you up and give you the energy you need. And if you looked at the sky, the moon was actually, we're coming off of a full moon. So it's still very bright. So there's like that literal, in the sky, the energy is strong and in her home, able to support this Mars transit. So, a lot of times Mars stations and Mars retrogrades, like I've been talking about, can be extremely challenging. But for Kendrick, it's in his 10th house, and it's a natal Mars that it's conjoining here. So another thing that Mars retrogrades can sometimes symbolize is a turning point in someone's career, if it's in the 10th house, which is for Kendrick. So this is absolutely a turning point. And because it's Mars, it's like separation, violence. And because it's his Mars Mercury, it's like verbally doing all of that. And the turning point for what just happened was that Kendrick ended the game. So you just can't make this up, folks. It's over.